Unlock the winner in you. It is okay to be great. What's going on, world? We back again. We back again with another episode of TFM Transformation Monday, baby. I'm happy to see you guys, man. I hope you guys are happy to see me. You know, I just feel so good every time I get a chance to talk to you all. And we get another day to receive some more messages about going to another place. And hopefully that place is up. So, we're gonna get straight into it. Unbought and unbossed. Now you think about that, unbought and unbossed. That was a slogan. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a Shirley Chisholm. We talking about, you know, one of the first black women that ever wanted to become a congresswoman. And then the first black woman to run for presidency. Well, she became the first black woman to run for Congress, to become a congresswoman in 1968, and to run for presidency in 1972. Let's be for real, guys. We know what was taking place back in that time and how hard it was, you know, for the African American race, you know, during that time, 1960s, 1970s, and really, it's hard and it's tough now for our women. And even back then, it was even tougher where men felt like women didn't have a place in leadership. So for her to step out and against all, you know, naysayers, negativity, you know, and adversity, to be able to say, hey, I deserve to be somebody greater. I am somebody. And I'm going to run for congresswoman. And she became the first black woman to do so, to become it. And then to have enough guts to say, I'm going to run for presidency. Even though she didn't get it, but the fact that she had enough motivation, you know, enough belief within herself that it was something that she could possibly obtain, that it was possible. And if the opportunity there, then why not do it? You know, I say this message goes out for our women. It's okay. You guys don't have to play. Listen, this is not 19, 20, 1800s, 1700s, or living in another country, or you living in the United States where, you know, the women are probably supposed to just be housewives and work the house. It's okay if you want to become a business owner. It's okay if you want to have to own an executive position, or to become a CEO of some country, or company, or a CFO or a company. Like, it's all right to step up in your leadership. Unlock the winner in you. Sweetie, it is okay, you know, to be great. You don't have to be a housewife to stay at home cleaning. You know, if you feel like you have something that you're passionate in and that you're passionate about, pursue your passions. Even if your husband, your boyfriend, you know, your friend don't care nothing about it yet. Because I heard those conversations, you know, and things about how your husband or your boyfriend or your guy friend is not supportive in the fact that, you know, you want to step out and do some things out here in the world instead of just staying complacent and stay in a box. If you got people that's not supporting your passion out here, sweetheart, you step out on faith and you do that. You be a strong woman. And I say this is because you got to understand that you are an example of the next generation of women. To be honest, to men as well, because the woman, our mothers, or whatever woman that was in our life, to be an example is kind of like our first, you know, idea, our first perspective of who a woman's supposed to be. One day, your daughter may be looking for some strength, or your niece, sister, you know, whoever the case may be that's looking up to you may, you know, need to, oh my God. Hey, listen. Hey, we can keep that. I'm going to tell y'all, that was wild. Two dogs just ran across and it's real life. They just ran up on us. And I thought it was the situation was going to get wild. So, hey, but to be honest, you guys, and you know what? This is what I love about this show because we able to catch some real life action and some real life things. And y'all just caught Nicholas Johnson in a real life moment. Because I did not want to get bitten on camera. But now to get back to it, you guys, though, like, um, there's gonna be a point in time in life where your daughter may look to you for some strength. And you as a woman, if you've never stepped up in life and built that strength within yourself and to learn how to step out as a leader regardless of what society may feel, how are you supposed to be able to pass that down and give that down to your daughter? Or maybe just to some young, female that's in the community that may be looking for some insight to grow and take things and some inspiration to grow and take things to the next level. So you have to find that within yourself and go do it and do whatever it takes. If you gotta go, man, listen, the funny thing is, when I first came to college, undergrad, what I noticed was when I came to class, the class was full of women. Full of women. It was maybe about 4 to 6 guys in the class. And by the end of the semester, it would only be like 2 guys in the class, me and one other guy. And this happened consistently for each class that I took. So it showed me that we have a lot of women now who get it and they understand it, that the possibility is here. Really, me and my men, we need to have a conversation because it should be more men in those college classes and more men stepping up to the plate. I'm seeing more and more men, want to stay. And I don't mean to just be throwing darts at my guys out there. But the truth of the matter is, we got to get up off the couch. We got to get from out in front of the PlayStation game. You got to put the marijuana down, or whatever the case may be. that's holding you back from your greatness. You gotta stop it. You gotta get up and do something. It's not fair for a woman to have to go out and feed a household or go to work every day while you stay at home and do nothing, or you leave the house at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and then you come back around 5 or 6 making it seem like you out putting in applications. It's not fair. That's the whole reason of being a man, the captain of your ship. But that's another conversation. Back to my women though. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. I understand it. Go out there. Become the best you can be. Go to class. Go to school. Get those degrees. If you want to learn entrepreneurship and learn how to run a business someday, go get the information and be able to teach your families. If the father is not in a household and you all that your child have, do what it takes, do what's necessary. I think about that, like in times where it just was, it wasn't favorable for the women, to step up in leadership positions. Shirley Chisholm stepped out against all. The woman was so strong. You know how strong of a woman that you have to be? She was attacked 3 or more times during her running for presidency. I seen women throughout my college experience, 40 years old in the classroom with people that are in 18, 19, and us in our early 20s. You think about, just the level of, motivation that these women had to have. I seen women 60, 70 years old in the college classroom trying to find something and do something better. I watched some of these women, men locked up in jail, men not around for their children, and they taking care of the household, they running businesses and going to school, they participating in school and the programs, leading school programs and organizations, as well as keeping a 3.5 or higher GPA. And still keeping the bills paid. I watched it with my own eyes, which is the reason why there is no excuse. Even to my young ladies out there that feel like, I work a full-time job, so I don't have time to go to school to better myself. There's no excuse. The reason why this excuse has been taken away because you have too many strong women now. They're stepping up to the plate. And whether if they working a full-time job, they got kids, they in the classroom pregnant, they still doing what it takes and what is necessary and what they have to do to take things to a next level and to be an example for all the young women out here that wants to do something with themselves one day. So kill your excuses. Step up, become that executive, become that business owner, become that singer, become that pianist, become that banker, become that real estate agent, become the jazz player, become that comedian, that doctor, that lawyer, that motivational speaker. Whatever it is that you see fit that you want to do, sweetheart, it's okay. Live in your greatness, live in your abundance. I'm going to tell you another woman, too, before I leave, that I'm loving her story. I'm in the midst of reading her book right now, Abundance Now. Lisa Nichols. This phenomenal woman was in a government assistance line with her son Jelani, you know, from California, from the hoods of California, is now living her life abundantly because of a decision that she made. Downgraded from her apartment to live with somebody who smoked cigarettes all day and she didn't like it, but she made the adjustment, a short-term adjustment, a short-term sacrifice, and she saved her money and she did what she had to do to make sure that her and her son Jelani could live their life in abundance. Her story is so motivational, guys, because she's just another example, you know, of a woman even faced with all the odds and adversity of life to still go out and give it all she got. And now she's able to travel the world with her son, living life in abundance. I'm loving her story. I'm in the middle of reading her book as of now. So it's just a message to my women. Don't be scared. Don't have so much fear. Remove that fear from your heart. Do it scared. You know what? If you're scared, do it scared. Anyway. Don't let the fear control you. Don't let your insecurities control you. You have the power within you. Don't make it happen and unleash it. I see you guys soon on the next TFM Transformation Mondays. Peace.